Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekend analysis this evening. So today, we're going to be going through our usual pairs, starting with the dollar index all the way to the cryptos. But before we begin, just want to give everybody a heads up that we have a 70% discount on all products with the promo Black 70, which is ending tomorrow at 10 a.m. CET. So make sure you get yourself an account before this discount ends. And one major update to C Trader, maybe you guys don't already know this, or maybe you do, is there is now a risk reward for buy and sell, which is very similar to Trading View. And yeah, they're just like a bunch of new features that are now on C Trader, which are nice. So it even has a market replay and everything like that. So like it's getting better. C Trader is getting better as time goes by. So without further ado, let us jump right into our analysis. And we're going to be using the same tool for the risk and reward for this week so that we can make projections for the week and what setups we can actually see here. So with the dollar index, it's pretty obvious now that this was a double top or triple top, whichever you can call it, because we had the first touch here, second touch. This was more like a third touch because it came all the way down, then came all the way back up. And what happened was after that, it started pushing all the way down, and then the trend line was broken. So this would have been a good entry. So the trend line was broken, and it seems like we could be coming down into this area as our first point around the 9-9 area. So this could be an area we could be targeting for this coming week. So let's keep an eye watch on that. And that would mean this could be our risk reward for the week with the dollar. So this is what we could be anticipating. We could be anticipating some weakness with the dollar, and it could be coming all the way down here. So this could be a 1.47 risk to reward trade right here if we do take it. So a 1.4 risk to reward. This is what we're anticipating for the week, and let's see how it goes. Then let's move over to euro dollar. So euro dollar, as you know, it is an inverse of um, dollar index, but the problem is euro dollar hasn't been moving exactly like the dollar index lately. So this would just be its own analysis from now on till it actually correlates like it usually does. So with the euro dollar right now, what I can say is we have been having lower lows, as we can see over here, and then we just had this push up and then a rejection at this resistance level. We had a rejection, then we came all the way down. So could this be a pullback? Well, that is my anticipation right here. I do think this could be a pullback because this was like in the resistance area of this market change right here. So we immediately pulled back here, then we had a market change, and then we started coming all the way down. We tried to push up on Friday, but then it continued. It showed some weakness whatsoever right here. So this could also be a great risk reward for this coming week. And where could we be aiming for? Well, we could be aiming to come all the way down here to 1.1500. So this is where we could be coming all the way down to, and then this is what we could be anticipating risk reward of this kind. So we could be having a high stop loss right here around 116, 150, and then we could be targeting the very low part of this support level. So this could be a great 5-to-1 reward to risk, which we have here 5.5 to 1. So as the market opens on Monday, we could be looking for this market to continue all the way down, probably taking out this previous lows and then finally reaching this resistance down here. So that is what we're anticipating with euro dollar. Then dollar yen. Dollar yen seems to be having some weakness right now. It has been pushing up strongly for quite a minute, but now like it seems the trend line has been broken, which was right here. This trend line right there just got broken, and and we are moving sideways. So it seems like we are in a sideways movement right here, and this seems to be the top of the sideways movement. So this could mean like maybe this week we could even be coming all the way down here from where this trend line starts. This could be our target for the week. We could be looking for some shorting opportunities on dollar yen. So we could be coming all the way down here around the 153,500 area. So this is where we could be coming down to, and this would mean there could be a sell for this opportunity with a high stop loss right here, probably around like maybe 300, the 157,300 area, and aiming all the way down here to encompass the previous support level right there. This could be a nice 2.2 to 1 trade that we could be anticipating for dollar yen. Then let's move over to pound yen. So pound yen, we had the break of the trend line, but this was short-lived and we started making new highs. So what does this mean? Well, it means that we are definitely bullish on this. So right now there seems to be a pullback into the area right here, and we could be pushing up even next week. But then we could even be having further push down into this area as well, maybe into this resistance. Then this resistance can become a good entry point to continue all the way to the upside. So for this coming week, I actually think there could be some bearish momentum, firstly, coming to this area of resistance, where resistance becomes support. Then once into this area, we could be aiming to make a new high right about there. But if we do make a new high starting Monday, then we don't know how far we can go up to. We could even probably go to 210 this coming week. But my anticipation is that they could be a pullback into this resistance area with a low stop loss. That could be a great trade idea right here. So we could just mark over here like an area for entry right there. Then the stop loss could just be right below here around 204950, and then we could be aiming for a high stop loss. But if the market goes right above, then this setup will be validated, and this could be a great 1.4 to 1 trade that we could be anticipating here. Then let's move over to dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican has been bearish. It seems right here this was just merely a pullback, and we seem to be aiming right to this support level. So what does that mean? This support level doesn't seem to be something that could be holding for this week, but rather we could be seeing ourselves even come all the way down here around 1820. So this could be an area of interest where we could be bouncing off of, or we could just be ripping right through. So this coming week we could be looking for some sell opportunities right there, and a high stop loss right around 1837, and then we could be coming all the way down here to 181960 area, and this could be probably a good 1-to-1 trade that I'm seeing here, but it seems like it's a 0.93 trade rather, and not a 1-to-1 trade. So overall, this is something you could aim for this coming week if it's a great risk reward for you. But of course, we are aiming to come all the way down here. But if this is not your cup of tea, having a higher stop loss much more than your reward, then you can definitely pass on this. But this is what we're anticipating for this coming week. We could be seeing ourselves coming down to 1819, and then from there we could be seeing what else can come after. Then let's look over to CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, we finally reached the level of resistance right here, and we had a rejection immediately after there. So what is the future of CAD Swiss at this point in time? Well, we're probably looking for a break of trend line. If a break of trend line does happen, then we could be looking for some shorting opportunities. But right now, it looks like we are still bullish at this point, and we could be coming probably here as the first level of resistors, or even all the way up here around 58300. But my best bet is around 58300. So if you are looking to enter into here, Monday would be a great time to enter with a stop loss just right below these support levels. This is a good area that market came down to a few times. So this could be a nice area to put your stop loss. That would be somewhere around 0.57130. And then we could be coming all the way up here, probably touching 58500, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere here. Let us just try and see if that actually matches with the top here. Yeah. So 58500 could be a level we could be touching this week. So let us keep an eye on that. And this could be a 2.5 to 1 trade, which is actually great risk reward. Then let's look over at pound dollar. So pound dollar, we had this trend line over here. We broke right through it. We came back into it. We thought this is going to come all the way down and make a new low, but that actually didn't happen. It broke right through. And then we seem to be in the middle of nowhere, not anything like a resistance whatsoever. So we could actually be coming all the way up here to 3350 or somewhere around 33600. That's where we could be coming down to. And if you're really bold in this move going to the upside, what can be ideal right here is having a very tight stop loss that could be right below here around 1.31 960, going all the way up to 1.33700. Yeah, and then this could be a great 2.4 risk reward. And then from there, we could be seeing if we could be looking to short the market here or continue with it all the way to the top, probably coming all the way to 137, and then seeing what we can do from there. Then let's now move over to gold. So gold popped up on Friday, even despite the SME outage, and we seem to be approaching a level of resistance which might be a piece of cake for gold, but we have an overall target, which is here around the 4375 area, which is the all-time high. Could we reach that as the beginning of the week? And with the news that we have lined up, starting with ISM manufacturing, well, it could be a possibility. So right now, also this could be a nice trade we could be getting into, continuing to the upside with a very tight stop loss all the way here around 1452, and then aiming all the way up to 4375 as the previous all-time high. And this could be a 2.36 risk to reward. Trading this going all the way up could be ideal with every pullback, so that you don't get surprised that the market does something like this, as gold is very volatile. Then let's look at NAS 100. NAS 100, we bounced off of this support level, which was a gap which we had been aiming for quite some time. We bounced off of it like it was nothing, and then we started moving all the way up. So what does this mean for NAS 100? Well, currently we're in the middle of nowhere, so it seems like we could be coming all the way up here around 25700. So this is where we could be pushing up for the week. A low stop loss right here, something tight could be ideal for this week. And yeah, somewhere around 25220, aiming for high stop loss because we might be breaching right above here. So 2573 could be a nice target, and this could be a nice 1.5 to 1 trade that could be setting in right here on NAS 100. Then let's move over to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, I think we have like, okay, we reached like in the middle of nowhere on Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. No, we actually dipped even further. The target is all the way down here, actually around the 74,000. So the question is this the end of Bitcoin dropping, or is this just a pullback? I personally think it's a pullback. So what I realistically think right now, especially with the sentiment being 24% of sellers, what I think could be happening right now is this could be a pullback that we're in, and we could be aiming all the way down to 76,000. That could be a target for us. So we could be looking for maybe one of these resistance levels to be a stop loss area. I do think around here could be a great one right there, since this is where the market has been spending some time. So probably around, I think about 97,500 to be a great stop loss level. And then we could be aiming all the way down here where this support level, previous support level was, probably around 73,500. And this could be a 3-to-1 trade, which we could be looking at to get into. Then last but not least, we are looking at Ethereum. So Ethereum, I do think it's in the same boat with everything here, and this seems to be like a great resistance level to put your stop loss. I believe that this is not the end of the drop, and we could be coming as far as 2000, probably somewhere here, 2100. And this could be a 4-to-1 trade. Yeah, so this is what we could be anticipating for the rest of the week. So this is where we come to an end with our market analysis. All right, so Gertrude FX. Yeah, Gaston, you're curious to see how gold and BTC will behave. Yes, we are also anticipating to see what is gonna be coming out of this. And then Gertrude FX. As a fundamental trader, what type of data do you focus on mostly? Like the ISM manufacturing data is great data to focus on. NFP numbers, unemployment numbers, if it's like for the US, interest rates, and what else? Consumer CPI. Those are like my top 5 things I would probably focus on. If it could be something that we could be looking to trade on if it's dollar related. Then if it's like pound related, euro related, of course it's going to be unemployment as well, interest rates, consumer price index, and all that. Yeah. So you also asked, dude, also please tell Rogero to please. Well, maybe we could consider that in the future, but right now we do not currently offer that. But thank you for your interest. I'll definitely pass that on. So once again, don't forget we have the 70% off all products with the promo code BLACK70. The offer ends on the 1st of December, which is tomorrow around 10 a.m. CT. So make sure you take advantage of this offer before it ends. I hope you have a jolly good week and you manage to capture those pips, and happy trading.